Today my dad and I went down to the soccer fields to fly my jumbo super dart made out of 1/2 inch Artec insulating foam. This was a flight from yesterday which ended in catastrophe. This was the takeoff, and you'll soon see a slide and go. My motor came apart on me in the air, and I'm assuming that the amp draw for some reason took everything out because I lost complete control. Anyway, here's a slide and go. In the next clip you'll see it coming by for a high-speed pass. I was getting ready to pull up into a loop, and then all of a sudden I just had nothing, no engine, and it just went into the ground. Here's the first flight from the day with my brand new nose that I've built on the airplane. And here you see one of the loops I've been talking about. You can do loops really tight with this airplane now that I've made the elevons full span. Here's another one. There's plenty of power. I have about 6 to 7 pounds of thrust, and the aircraft's total weight is 5 pounds with 21 square feet of wing area. Here's a roll to show you the roll rate now. Prior to extending the elevons all the way out to the end of the wing, I didn't have enough roll authority to get it around. But now I have plenty. Here's a slow roll. After flying so many high-speed pattern type airplanes, this, when you're doing maneuvers, is somewhat like watching paint dry because everything happens so slow. Here's a reverse double Immelman with a half outside and then a half inside. It is like a big kite in the air, and you can see that here in this landing. I can put it a foot off the ground and just keep stretching it by adjusting the throttle. Here's the second flight this morning. You can see with the power it only has to slide a few feet with all that wing area to generate the 5 pounds lift to get it off the ground. It does leap into the air. Here I'm doing another roll. You can see it tracks fairly well in the roll, although when you get to consecutive and vertical rolls it doesn't track as well. Here's another slow roll. And you can hear me coming off the throttle all the time because I like to try to do these maneuvers as slow as possible. Here's a 4-point. Just because I have that light wing loading, it's fun to see how slow you can fly it through the maneuvers. Here's an inverted pass. Again, with the extended elevons now, flying inverted has become quite easy. Here I'm rolling inverted. You can hear I'm probably at third throttle, and then I come off the throttle as I get to the top of the outside loop. And you can see it was near stall, and then I roll it inverted and come through with a half inside loop. Here are 3 consecutive rolls. You can see it's not quite on an axis, but again I'm flying it awful slow. Here I just pulled up into a vertical. I was going to do a vertical roll, but it gets off axis. Again, it has no trouble going vertically. Here's some knife edge on the right side. One of the interesting things is that you have so much rudder authority and so much side area that it's so easy to climb it in knife edge that it's hard to hold it stable. And here I'm doing some high AOA. This is some initial, and then I get it into a deeper high AOA, and essentially I'm just hanging on the prop. But it will just hang there in the sky. Just this big piece of sunshade. Here I come by for another inverted pass. Again, after yesterday's crash, I wanted to get everything on video and at least document it before it crashes again. And here I'm coming in for the final landing of the day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And again, you can see how easy it is to stretch. Anyway, thanks for watching.